Dick Butkus played football with a religious fervor, with an unrelenting obsession not only to excel, but to dominate and demoralize.
And there he is in action. You hear the great voice of John Facenda, and you always wonder about somebody like Dick Butkus, who earned his legend beating up people. You get out of the game, Dick, do you miss hitting someone on Sunday?
No, I've got all the aches and pains from all those.
Yeah.
That's and plus, if I was playing today, I'd probably get arrested.
Okay, and you'd be arrested for what? Just too violent?
Too violent,
yeah.
Probably.
You like to? Okay. Do you like today's player? Now, obviously, we're talking in general, but where there's a lot of me first, as opposed to the good old days, as we like to say.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just developed over years that way. Back in our day, and I hate to bring that up, and everybody always, you guys talk about the old days, but I'm not so sure we had a bigger percentage of players really playing for the love of the game. I mean, yeah, there was money involved and everything else, but not like today. I don't think there's many. I think because you got to say that they do kind of love the game, because if you don't love the game and to go through everything that they go through, you must be sadistic.
You mind me asking how many knee surgeries you've had?
I've had 5, and the last one was I had a total replacement about 7 years ago, and it's been a miracle.
But it was worth it?
Oh, yes.
Okay, I mean, you've been playing the game with that violence. All right.
Back then we didn't have the training techniques or the nutrition like they do today, and and that's why I got into this Mean and Clean program for steroids with kids, because the game is because the pros are on it or have been. It's trickled down to now we have over 1 million high school kids on steroids.
All right, we're going to talk about this in a moment, but when you were acting, no knee surgeries related to acting?
No, it's anything related to acting was probably your ego or whatever. Because, back then, if you were a football player, it was tough to, walk and chew gum, they thought. Mm-hmm. And, can you remember lines and everything? And so a lot of the athletes, like Merlin Olsen at that time and Alex Karras, I mean, they completely tried to divorce themselves from football and just to go in.
Did you like this show, Hang Time? You have a good experience with that? We have a clip, as we like to say.
Well, I done a lot of things, but I think I enjoyed doing Hang Time the most, because it was supposed to be a sitcom, but at that time of the morning it was a kids show. You also had to deliver a message, so we covered everything from drinking alcohol, drugs, pregnancy, everything else.
We have a clip, as they like to say. Here is Mr. Butkus hanging with the kids on Hang Time.
Did we get kicked out of the tournament?
No. I just want to show you where I used to play when I was a kid. Man, we had some great games on this court.
Coach, are you dying?
Yeah. And what's funny, and a quick response, and we're going to move on here. You never struck me, or even here, struck me as a type that, look at me I'm over here, Fernando, please cast me. How do you jump into that when you're used to being the king of the hill in football on your own terms, and then you have to dance for producers?
Well, it really just started from commercials, locally in Chicago, and then, of course, the Miller Lite commercials. And when they hooked me up with Bubba Smith, we started getting calls to do sitcoms and bit parts, and the next thing you know, we had a couple shows ourselves. So,
this reality thing you did, though, it freshened a lot of people's mind. I mean, you went back to Pennsylvania, you left your family in Malibu for months on end, and coached a real high school, correct?
Right. It was Montour High School in McKees Rock, Pennsylvania, which won about 2 games in 5 years, and we were going to try to turn them around.
Can I ask you a good question? Do those reality shows pay enough for you to leave your family and go back and coach high school kids?
No. It certainly was not done for the pay. I did it because I felt I could make a little impact with the kids. Okay. And just to get back there.
Did you? You think?
Probably not.
They didn't want to listen to Dick Butkus.
Probably them and the other coaches. They probably just, the thing I would get was, well, you never coached high school before.
Well, okay. Well, if you're going to get one of those, then and you actually walked off the show.
No, that's wrong. That is wrong.
That's what it says in the.
I know. That's another thing. They jumped on my case.
All right.
because when they told me when we signed up it was 10 weeks, and then they ended up, ESPN was only going to do it for 8 weeks.
All right, so you ran your obligation. Hey,
Yep.
give us a quick, we got 50 seconds. Tomorrow at the Hyatt Embarcadero, you're leading this anti-steroids campaign, and of course, is this connected with bonds in any way?
No, this is for kids. I mean, you know, I know everybody talks about bonds. Well, Barry can speak for himself. This is about kids. We've joined forces with a Taylor Hooton Foundation. It's Taylor Hooton, HOOTON.org.
All right, and that's what time tomorrow, Dick?
I'm going to be there from 11:30 to 12.
All right, well, we appreciate you coming on. Hyatt Embarcadero, Dick Butkus tomorrow. Tom, you said Ray Nitschke was the best linebacker, the guy in the middle. I don't know what the hell you know, Tom.
I was mistaken.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Learn something every day.
Good night.